Listen to me. 2 minutes. That's all it takes to start rewriting the code of your life. Not a month, not a year. Not when the timing's perfect. Just 2 minutes. You've wasted more than that scrolling, doubting, complaining. 2 minutes is all the distance between who you are and who you could be, if you had the guts to use it right. You think transformation is complicated. You think success requires some massive event, some explosion of luck or divine timing. It doesn't. It starts in the smallest possible pocket of time. A sliver, a spark, a decision that fits inside 2 minutes. 2 minutes can build momentum. 2 minutes can destroy excuses. 2 minutes can start rewiring your brain from comfort to conquest. The truth is, your future doesn't need more time. It needs more intensity. Every time you tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," you kill the power of now. Every time you say, "I'll wait until I'm ready," you hand your future to fear. But when you say, "I'll give it 2 minutes right now," you take control back. You tell your mind, "I'm the one running this show." It's in those 2 minutes that everything changes. The brain starts firing new connections. The body responds. You go from thought to action. And that's where the rewiring begins. Stop thinking you need a perfect plan. Stop waiting for motivation. You don't need to feel ready. You need to act ready. You can talk yourself into success, or you can talk yourself into paralysis. Either way, it starts with what you do in the next 120 seconds. Here's the secret no one told you. Your mind doesn't care how long you work. It cares that you start. 2 minutes of action signals your brain, "We're doing this." That's enough to overcome inertia. That's enough to trigger change. If you can move for 2 minutes, you can move for 10. If you can move for 10, you can move for an hour. But if you don't move at all, if you just sit there waiting for motivation, you'll die in the same loop you woke up in. You say you want to rewire your future? Then start small and start now. Stand up. Take one step. Write one line. Do one push-up. Read one paragraph. Speak one truth you've been avoiding. The action doesn't matter. The pattern does. 2 minutes of disciplined effort creates a crack in the wall that's been holding you back for years. Because here's the truth. The brain is a machine of repetition. It learns through what you consistently do. So if you feed it delay, hesitation, doubt, that becomes your identity. But if you feed it quick, decisive action, that becomes your default mode. Every time you act fast, every time you move before your brain can argue, you're teaching yourself how to win. You're carving new circuits, telling your neurons, "This is who I am now." Do you know why most people never change? Because they underestimate time. They think change takes forever. So they procrastinate. They say, "What's the point?" But winners understand the compounding effect of small actions. 2 minutes a day compounds into habits. Habits compound into character, and character shapes destiny. You don't need 10 years to become unstoppable. You need 2 minutes of action, repeated until it becomes who you are. You think champions train for hours because they love pain? Number. They fell in love with the start. They fell in love with the act of beginning again and again, even when it's just 2 minutes of grit. Do you want to rewire your future? Then master the start. The start is sacred. The start is where your old self dies and your new self begins. You've got 2 minutes. What are you going to do with them? You could sit and doubt yourself, or you could move, you could scroll, or you could grow. You could delay your destiny, or you could ignite it. 2 minutes of focused action beats 2 hours of hesitation every single day. When you wake up tomorrow, give your first 2 minutes to your future. Don't check your phone. Don't think about yesterday. Just start moving toward your vision. Do something small, anything, but do it with intensity. You'll feel it, the rush, the spark, the inner shift. That's your mind rewiring. That's the beginning of the new you. You see, the human brain has this incredible mechanism called neuroplasticity. It's the ability to adapt, to form new connections, to build new habits. And the key that unlocks it? Action. Focused, repetitive, short bursts of action. Every time you take a step toward your goal, your brain rewards you with dopamine, the motivation chemical. That's not just emotion, that's rewiring in real time. You're literally building a new future in your neural pathways. But here's the problem. Most people never reach that point because they never start. They drown in overthinking. They wait for courage to show up. But courage doesn't come before action. It comes after you start moving. So stop waiting. Start building. 2 minutes is your weapon. You say you don't have time? Then use the time you do have. 2 minutes to breathe deeply and focus. 2 minutes to stretch. 2 minutes to write your plan. 2 minutes to send that email. 2 minutes to stop lying to yourself about who you could be. And every time you use those 2 minutes, your future bends a little closer toward your potential. That's how leaders are built. That's how confidence is born. Not in hours of glory, but in minutes of consistency. You've got 1,440 minutes in a day. Imagine what happens when you use just a few of them with power, precision, and purpose. You start becoming someone you actually respect. Someone you trust. Someone who keeps promises. Even the small ones. And that's the key. Your brain learns from your behavior. Every time you show up, even for 2 minutes, your brain says, "We're doing what we said we'd do." And that trust compounds. Soon, your 2 minutes become 20, then 2 hours, then a lifestyle. You want to know the real difference between average and elite? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's that the elite don't negotiate with time. They don't wait for perfect. They take what they have and make it enough. 2 minutes of execution beats a lifetime of excuses. Think about that. 2 minutes of boldness can rewrite your identity. 2 minutes of focus can rewire your confidence. 2 minutes of action can reroute the direction of your entire life. Because the truth is, your brain doesn't know the difference between a small start and a big one. It only knows momentum. And momentum is everything. Once it's in motion, it stays in motion. That's physics. That's psychology. That's life. So when your alarm goes off tomorrow and your mind whispers, "Not today," you whisper back, 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes of progress, 2 minutes of movement, 2 minutes of becoming who I said I'd be. And then you do it again, and again, and again, until it's not just a rule, it's your rhythm. You think 2 minutes is small? That's your ego talking. The ego wants big leaps so it can brag about them. The disciplined mind understands the power of micro-movements. You can't lift a mountain in a day, but you can start moving rocks in 2 minutes. And once you start, the mountain begins to move. That's the secret. That's the edge. The person who moves for 2 minutes every day will beat the person who waits for perfect conditions every single time. Because consistency builds momentum, and momentum is the ultimate currency of success. 2 minutes. That's all it takes to start breaking the cycle. Your habits are the architects of your future, and habits are built in seconds, not decades. When you change what you do for 2 minutes, you change what you think. When you change what you think, you change how you act. And when you change how you act, your entire reality shifts. The hardest part is the first step, the first representative, the first word, the first decision to stop being passive about your own life. But once you start, even for 2 minutes, the grip of procrastination breaks. The fog lifts. You start feeling like yourself again, the version of you that wants to fight, the one that's tired of waiting for some imaginary right time. There is no right time. There is only now. And now is always measured in minutes. Stop telling yourself you need motivation. Motivation is a myth. You need movement. 2 minutes of real, deliberate, uncomfortable movement. Your future doesn't start next week. It starts the moment you choose to stop being the old you. You're 2 minutes away from a new direction. 2 minutes away from a new habit. 2 minutes away from becoming unstoppable. You've got to understand something. Time doesn't care about your excuses. Time doesn't slow down for your fears. It just keeps moving minute by minute. You either move with it or you get left behind. So don't waste another minute thinking about what you should have done. Take the next 2 and start building what you still can. 2 minutes of effort can begin the healing. 2 minutes of focus can start the breakthrough. 2 minutes of courage can flip the entire story. You want to rewire your future? It starts right here, right now, with 2 minutes of absolute, undeniable commitment. 2 minutes. That's your window, your reset button, your edge. You've got to stop treating time like it's infinite. It's not. You've got to stop waiting for the perfect hour, the perfect mood, the perfect plan. The future doesn't ask for permission. It rewards action. The difference between the life you want and the life you have is hidden inside what you do with your next 2 minutes. You can choose comfort, or you can choose change. You can stay stuck in your old patterns, or you can start writing new ones. 2 minutes of courage can shatter years of hesitation. 2 minutes of focus can silence months of noise. 2 minutes of discipline can realign your entire direction. You're not lazy, you're untrained. You've let your emotions decide your moves, but emotions follow motion. You can't wait to feel strong to move. You move first, and the strength shows up later. That's what these 2 minutes are about. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing something now. You don't conquer fear by thinking. You conquer fear by acting. The moment you move, your brain gets new data. It realizes we're not dying, we're growing. And that tiny shift, that micro-victory, rewires your belief system. You start to see yourself differently. You start to believe in your own momentum. And when that belief builds, the world begins to bend. Because the mind is programmable. It runs whatever code you repeat. If your code is, "I'll do it later," that becomes your operating system. But if your code is 2 minutes now, you start running on power, not excuses. That's the new language of your future, movement. You can't think your way into a new life. You have to act your way into one. 2 minutes is your proof that change is possible. It's the spark that lights the rest of the fire. Let me give you something to remember. The first 2 minutes after you wake up will decide your day. The first 2 minutes after you fall will decide your comeback. The first 2 minutes after you doubt yourself will decide your destiny. You don't need motivation when you have a system, and the system is simple. Start. 2 minutes, every single time. Do it before you talk yourself out of it. Do it before your mind starts listing reasons why you can't. Do it before comfort wraps around you like a blanket of poison. 2 minutes. That's it. Here's how the elite operate. They shrink their decision time. They act before fear catches up. They know the window between idea and execution is small, and they live inside it. You can do the same. The person you dream of becoming isn't buried in complexity. They're hiding behind 2 minutes of hesitation. The longer you wait, the heavier it gets. The heavier it gets, the less likely you are to move. But if you attack now, if you say, just 2 minutes, the weight disappears. That's the secret of momentum. Once you're in motion, staying in motion is natural. And that's the key to rewiring your future. Motion creates motivation, not the other way around. When you start to move, your energy rises, your mind sharpens, your self-image upgrades. You start to believe in your own word again. That's power. You don't need more hours in the day, you need more intentional minutes. 2 minutes of focus done 100 times beats 200 hours of distraction. The small things compound. You want to get fit? Start with 2 minutes of movement. You want to build a business? Spend 2 minutes reaching out, researching, writing. You want to develop confidence? Spend 2 minutes standing tall, breathing deep, reminding yourself who you are. And here's the part that should excite you. 2 minutes is easy to start, but impossible to stop once you build the habit. You'll start saying, "I'll just do it for 2 minutes." Then you'll look up and realize you've been at it for an hour. That's how momentum works. It tricks resistance into silence. That's how change sneaks in. Small, consistent, relentless. So every time your mind tells you to quit, don't argue. Don't debate. Just say, 2 more minutes. Because 2 minutes of pain is better than a lifetime of regret. You've got to get addicted to beginnings, addicted to small victories, addicted to showing up when nobody else does. This is how the rewiring happens, through repetition. Each time you act instead of hesitate, you carve a new path in your brain. You're training yourself to move fast, think strong, and live bold. Soon it becomes automatic. You'll stop negotiating with weakness. You'll stop waiting for a spark. You'll become the spark. That's the goal. Not to chase motivation, to be motivation. The world doesn't need another dreamer. It needs another doer. Someone who understands the power of now. Someone who respects what can happen in just 2 minutes of pure focus. Your entire life can pivot in that small window. 2 minutes to send the message that changes your career. 2 minutes to start the workout that transforms your body. 2 minutes to speak the words that repair a relationship. 2 minutes to make the choice that defines your character. Every breakthrough you've ever wanted is buried inside small, decisive moments. 2 minutes of courage has started revolutions. 2 minutes of clarity has birthed companies. 2 minutes of boldness has rewritten history. And you, yes, you, can use those same 2 minutes to rewrite your own story. But you've got to stop giving your energy to hesitation. You've got to stop worshiping the idea of later. Later doesn't exist. Only now does. And now is made of minutes. So stop wasting them. Start investing them. Every time you choose to act within 2 minutes, you're declaring war on your old self. You're saying, I'm done waiting. I'm done wishing. I'm here to win. And that declaration, repeated over and over, builds a new identity. Because once your brain learns that you move immediately, hesitation dies. Fear loses leverage. Comfort loses control. You become dangerous, not to others, but to your limits. 2 minutes of discipline, repeated relentlessly, will destroy years of doubt. And soon, people will look at you differently. They'll say, you've changed. But you'll know. You didn't change overnight. You changed 2 minutes at a time. That's how transformation actually works. Quietly, consistently, invisibly, until it becomes undeniable. You don't see the seed growing underground, but one day, it breaks through. That's your life on the other side of 2 minutes of courage. A breakthrough you didn't even realize was forming. So when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel small, when you feel like you've failed too much to start again, remember this. You don't need to conquer the mountain. You just need to take 2 minutes to climb the first step, then another 2, and another. The climb never gets easier. You just get stronger. And strength is built in minutes, not miracles. 2 minutes. That's all it takes to start becoming unstoppable. Don't underestimate it. Don't waste it. Own it. You owe your future 2 minutes of your focus every single day. And here's the thing. Once you realize how powerful that is, you stop chasing motivation. You start creating it. You start using time like a weapon instead of a weakness. You start living like someone who understands that small moments create massive momentum. You start becoming the kind of person who doesn't wait for opportunities. They create them in 2 minutes of relentless effort. And that's who you're becoming right now. Because from this moment on, you don't wait. You don't negotiate. You don't talk yourself out of greatness. You move. You act. You start. 2 minutes. That's your rule. That's your system. That's your new identity. And when you live by that code, your future has no choice but to change. Every time you act in those 2 minutes, you're laying down the tracks of a new destiny. So the next time you hear your mind whisper, "It's not the right time," answer it with 2 words. It is. And then prove it with 2 minutes. Because the world doesn't remember the ones who waited. It remembers the ones who moved. Move now. Move fast. Move like your future depends on it, because it does. 2 minutes. That's your revolution. That's your reset. That's your chance to rewrite everything. Use it. Every day. every hour, every time hesitation shows its face. Use it until your name stands for discipline, until your habits become your armor, until your mind becomes unbreakable. Because in the end, your future isn't built in years. It's built in moments. And the most powerful moments only take 2 minutes of courage. So take them, own them, live them.
2 minutes. That's all you need to rewire your entire future.